another live. Today's topic is Bumble. So I don't know if y'all have seen Bumble's latest like ad campaign or whatever, but like they basically have these billboards going around that says like celibacy is not the answer, and they're talking to women because if you didn't know, there's also a movement going on called like the 4B movement, where like women just aren't talking to men in general. Everybody is being like abstinent, celibate, like whatever. We're just done with men because the dating pool is terrible, and terrible things keep happening to women recently in the media. So I don't know who the hell came up with Bumble's recent ad campaign, because if this is like women is your target audience, right? Because I feel like more women use dating apps than men, and then you're gonna go ahead and make a billboard that basically like is telling women what to do with their bodies. Like, really? So a bunch of people have deleted Bumble, the dating app, and then they have downloaded Bumble, the Friends app, because I guess like all the girlies are trying to make more friends, because we're basically done with like male relationships and we're trying to do like more female focused friendships and all that. But I was confused when I first like heard of all this stuff going on, because like when I had Bumble, it was kind of like two apps in one. Like, you could easily put on your dating profile or you could put on like your friendship profile, but it was within the same app. You would just like switch back and forth from like women to men or like whatever you're interested in, right? So after all this came out, I realized, I'm like, oh, Bumble changed the app, because I didn't know it went like solely to a dating app. So I basically deleted the dating app part or whatever, and then I downloaded Bumble Friends because I need more friends, like, where I am and like the same age as me, blah blah blah, right? So when I download the Friends app, it's basically the same as Bumble. You just like make your profile, blah blah blah. So tell me why I made my profile on the Friends app, and I basically like put from my bio that I'm like, oh, just looking for more friends my age, trying to be like an outside type of person. I like, taking pictures, doing YouTube type stuff, blah blah blah. And then it's like you basically, swipe on the girls or whatever to get your matches and stuff. But I feel like girls are low key more picky when it comes to friendships, because a lot of girls already have their like lifelong friendship, because like they knew people in high school or they met them in college, blah blah blah. They already got their groups, right? Whereas guys can make friends like instantly, bond over something stupid like video games, sports, whatever. Guys are just easy at making friends, but girls, it'd be hard to make friends with girls be like ruthless sometimes, or they're judgmental, or they don't want you like to bring you into their group, blah blah blah. So when I get on the app, I'm like swiping for girls. I'm like looking to see like who I could possibly be friends with or whatever, because I need people that are like me. Like, I'm tired of like being friends with people who are the opposite of me, like either like super loud or always like extroverted, blah blah blah. Like, I need people who like doing similar things as me, or they can maybe motivate me to do something that they like to do. um so it's like I matched with a couple girls, right? But then when it comes to like the talking part, the messaging part, it's like they don't be responding. And I'm thinking like, dang, like that's unfortunate, because with girls, it's like, I think on the app you have like 3 days to respond, and after you match with someone or whatever. So I'll text them and I'll be like, oh hey, like, how's it going? Blah blah blah. Like, what has your life been like recently? And then it's like the girls be taking days to respond, and I'm like, damn, okay. Um, but some of them that I did match with, it's like we did like have good conversation and blah blah blah. But then when it comes to actually meeting up with people, it's hard to make plans as an adult, okay? Because we all have jobs, we all have our own lives and stuff like that, right? So for my job, I'm only off on weekends. So it's like super hard for me to plan stuff with friends, because obviously, a lot of people are off on the weekends, right? But some people also work every single weekend, especially if they work in like retail or like some kind of job like that, right? Um, so it's like I was trying to make plans with this group of girls, because I saw she had Like she already had a friend group on her profile picture. Like she was a black girl, she had like Asian friends, white friends, and I've always wanted a diverse friend group, like not just like all black people, all white people, blah blah blah. Because I grew up around white people, so I just want some more diversity in my life. Okay, so I saw that she had that picture, and like I instantly swiped on her, and I was like, yes, like I want to be friends with that girl. She already has a group. Hopefully, I can like join the group, right? So I messaged her and I was like, let me join your group, please. Because I don't know. I hate like boring casual conversation. Like, I'm not gonna ask somebody, like, oh, where do you work? Like, do you have a boyfriend? Like, blah, blah. I'm not asking them like questions like that. I'm just jumping into the conversation. So I was like, can I join your group? And she was like, oh, yeah, like, definitely. We're always looking for more people. And then she invited me to hang out with her tonight. And I'm thinking, like, damn, like the one night that I have plans with my current group of friends is the one night that I get invited to like meet her friends. So I was like, dang, that's unfortunate. So I told her, I'm like, yeah, we kind of met at a bad time because I only have weekends off now. So hopefully I can hang out with her like next weekend or whatever, because it's not like my current group of friends is like bad or anything. I just want a group of friends that are my age and like we have more stuff in common, because with everybody that I hang out with now, it's like I literally met them at work. So it's kind of like I was forced to be friends with them. And I can't really just like break off from the friend group, because then everyone's gonna be like, oh, where'd you go? Like, you disappeared, you ditched our friend group, blah, blah, blah. But end of the day, is like you shouldn't really hang out with people who you don't think are good for you, because some people, they be saying they're your friends and they say that they're gonna support you and everything you do, but then they don't. And then like, I don't know, it becomes like a whole issue, blah blah blah. So I actually need friends who like texting me, like not daily, but like at least check up on me, like actually care about my well-being, and we can have like serious conversations. It's not always like laughs and jokes, blah blah blah. So hopefully by like having Bumble friends, I can actually meet people who share similar interests as me, right? Because I feel like everybody who I hang out with now, they're kind of like, they're not like antisocial or anything. It's more so the fact that they're like the opposite of me when it comes to like social media stuff. Because if I have a YouTube channel, if I'm posting on Instagram all the time, if I'm on TikTok all the time, like I would at least want like one friend who's like okay with like recording me or taking my pictures, or we could do like photo shoots together, or like collab on a video together, like something like that, right? But everybody who I talk to now is like they don't even have an Instagram, or they don't use their Instagram, or they don't like being posted on social media, or they don't care to be on social media. Because me, I would be cool if I had a friend that I could like chill with, like at their house. We could just have like a bottle of wine and just be like scrolling on TikTok, sitting on the couch next to each other. Like we don't even have to talk or like edit our videos or pictures together, right? But everybody like now is just like kind of against that, and I low-key like hate being the only person who's into social media, because every time I'm like recording something, trying to vlog, like all my friends are like, oh no, there she goes taking out her phone, and I'm like, damn, like I'm just trying to film this for memories, because my memory sucks. That's why I take so much like pictures and videos and stuff. So I just wish I had more like friends who were into the same things as me. And I also want like diverse friends too, because I grew up with like white friends, okay? And now it's weird because now I have like some black friends, but I also do want to be surrounded by like different cultures as well, like Asian and Hispanic too. So if I could just get like the perfect friend group, like the brats friend group where we dress up, go take pictures, blah blah blah, that would be perfect. But it's really hard making friends at this age, especially because I'm almost 30, and I'm thinking like, goddamn, like whenever I get married, who the hell am I gonna invite to my wedding if I barely have any friends? That's crazy. So I don't know. We shall see how this goes. But like in the long term or whatever, I feel like I've kind of taken a break from dating, especially with all the nonsense I went through last year. So I've definitely taken a break from men and like dating and stuff. I might go on a couple dates just to talk to people, but I don't even know if it's gonna get anywhere because I feel like all the guys these days they be saying like, "Oh, not looking for anything serious," or don't know what I want yet. And I'm like, how the hell are you 30 and you don't know what your relationship goals are? That's kind of like weird to me. Like you're grown as hell, don't know what you're looking for, but you're on a literal dating app. So I don't know. Men just don't be serious these days. So I feel like that's why I gotta focus on like myself and then like get some hobbies and stuff, and then as well as building friendships with women that I can talk to about certain like life related things. So we will see, because as far as I know, Bumble Friends is like the only friend group app that I've seen, because obviously like you hear about all these dating apps and stuff, but like are there lots of apps where you can make friends? I don't know. And then of course everybody tells me like, oh, you can just go outside, go to a bar, you can make friends at a bar, you can make friends in real life. And I'm thinking like, bro, I barely leave my house and I be at work all the time. So I don't even have time to go outside or whatever. I don't want to use like my only days off to go outside and like struggle to make friends. That's weird. So we shall see. I'm just used to like using apps for meeting people because I'm like antisocial and I low key hate people in general, right? So it's like apps has just been the best thing to use, but I'll keep you all updated about the friendship situation, okay?